Thank you, Chairman, sir.
Okay. Venkatesh Babu.
I express my sincere reverence to our immortal leader, Purachi Talavi Amma, and thank you, sir, for allowing me to speak on this important bill, GST Bill 2017, sir. Sir, the Union government had tabled 4 supplementary GST legislations in the Lok Sabha. The Central Goods and Services Tax Bill 2017, the Integrated Goods and Service Tax Bill 2017, the Goods and Service Tax Compensation Bill 2017, and the Union Territory Goods and Service Tax Bill 2017, sir. Sir, under the GST Constitutional Amendment Act, concurrent powers to levy the GST has been provided to both the center and the states. Sir, as India gets ready for its biggest tax reforms in decades, industries such as e-commerce, banking, and insurance, logistics, and others will get another chance to resolve any niggles they have with the goods and services tax, that is the GST, sir, which the government wants to put in place by 1st of July, sir. So 10 groups have been set up under senior tax officials to examine the concerns of the industry and submit reports by April 10th. Most issues have been addressed through feedback, but it was felt that some sectors having special peculiarities needed a closer look to ensure they were able to make a glitch-free shift to the GST, sir. Sir, the sectors up for review include banking, finance, insurance, telecom, experts, ITS, that is information technology enabled services, transport, logistics, textiles, MSMEs, that is micro, small and medium enterprises, oil and gas, gems and jewelry, and services received and provided by the government. Sir, the working groups can seek the views of the administrative ministries and key industry bodies, professionals and experts as needed. They have been asked to focus in particular on procedural simplifications and the rate structure. The government will take a call based on the reports of the groups and may even expand them by including officers from the state governments to quickly settle issues, sir. A July 1st rollout will leave the Central Board of Excise and Customs about 3 months to sort out all grievances. Sir, GST will be the biggest reform in Indian taxation since 1947, but there are many challenges for its successful implementation, sir. These are including the getting acceptance from all the stakeholders, the states concerned, the union territories, and most importantly, from the traders and small industry sectors, sir. Sir, regarding the revenue neutral rate, RNR, it is one of the prominent factors for its success, sir. We know that in GST regime, the government revenue would not be the same as compared to the current system. Hence, through RNR, government is to ensure that its revenue remains the same despite of giving tax credits. Sir, regarding the threshold limit of GST, sir, while achieving broad-based tax structure under GST, both empowered committee and central government must ensure that lowering of threshold limit should not be a taxing burden on small businessmen in the country. Sir, regarding the robust IT network, sir, government has already incorporated goods and service tax network, that is GSTN, sir. GSTN has to develop GST portal, which ensure technology support for registration, return filing, tax payments, IGST settlements, etc. Thus, there should be a robust IT backbone. So regarding extensive training to tax administration staff, sir, GST is absolutely different from existing system. So it is therefore requires that the tax administration staff at both center and state is to be trained properly in terms of concept, legislation, and procedure. Sir, regarding the collection of additional levy on GST, sir, The purpose of additional levy is to compensate states for the loss of revenue while moving to GST. We acknowledge that fundamental purpose of GST is to make India as one state where interstate movement of goods is common. Sir, Tamil Nadu is concerned about the impact the proposed GST will have on the fiscal autonomy of states and the huge permanent revenue loss it is likely to cause to a manufacturing and net exporting state like Tamil Nadu. Sir, our late beloved leader, Puratchi Thalaivi Amma, had consistently opposed to any acts by the center against the interest of the state governments and raised her apprehensions and strongly stood against any infringement upon the federal rights of the states. Sir, we are happy that some of the concerns raised by us have been addressed. But, however, a number of concerns of Tamil Nadu still need to be addressed, including, sir, the GST Council as a constitutional body infringes on the legislative sovereignty of both the Parliament and the state legislatures and completely jeopardizes the autonomy of the states in fiscal matters, sir. Sir, the existing mechanism of the Empowered Committee of State Ministers, which dealt with the VAT issues, is adequate. Ideally, no statutory GST council is required, sir. So furthermore, the decision-making rule and voting weightage in the council are unacceptable, sir. They give the government of India an effective veto in the GST council, and no distinction is sought to be made amongst the states in weightage. Hence, if at all a council is formed, the weightage of the vote of the central government should be reduced to 1/4 of the total votes cast, and that of the states correspondingly increased to 3/4, sir. Further, the weightage of each state's vote should be in proportion, sir, to the representation of the state in the Council of State, that is Rajya Sabha, sir. So this is important as the changeover to GST has different implications for different states based on the size and reliance on own tax revenues, sir. It is quite clear that a manufacturing state like Tamil Nadu will permanently lose substantial revenue if GST is implemented, due to the shift of the levy from the point of origin to the point of destination, and also due to the phasing out of central sales tax and transfer of input tax credit on interstate sales and interstate stock transfers to the destination states. Sir, due to the difficulty in fixing even nominally high revenue neutral rates, it is expected that the extent of revenue loss under GST would be around rupees 9,270 crores for Tamil Nadu, sir. Tamil Nadu reiterates the need for a constitutionally mandated independent compensation mechanism, that is 100% compensation of revenue losses suffered by the states for a period of not less than 5 years. In lieu of the proposed additional levy of 1% tax on interstate supply of goods, Tamil Nadu suggests that the origin states may be allowed to retain 4% of the central GST, part of the interstate GST that will be leviable on interstate supply of goods and services, as this would ensure speedy recompense for a portion of the revenue loss and will reduce the amount of compensation payable, sir. Further, sir, as this comes out of the CGST, Central Goods and Service Tax component, it does not affect the destination states' revenue or cause any cascading effects, sir. Hence, the Government of India should strive for a broad consensus on important issues like compensation period and methodology, revenue neutral rates, floor rates with bands, commodities to be excluded from GST, the IGST model, and clarity on dual administrative control, so that the genuine apprehensions of the state regarding loss of fiscal autonomy and permanent revenue loss are allayed. The taxes ought to be levied over a common taxpayers' base. Both central and state governments have to have concurrence. So far, not much headway has been made to overcome this issue, sir. The purpose is to create national market, but it will be lost if there is no agreement between the two. Sir, since India is an agrarian economy where more than 70% of population is dependent on agriculture for their income, the GST does not affect agriculture because agricultural income is neither subject to income tax nor service tax. The cost of agricultural inputs will go up since the agricultural implements, fertilizers, seeds will also be taxed at GST rate of 25%. Senvat credit is not there for agricultural production since the same is not subject to GST. At present, sir, the excise duty on fertilizer is at 12.5% and the VAT is at 5%, sir. Under the GST regime, the GST on fertilizer will be at 25%, which is very, very high, sir. That is why we are asking for a rate of 18% only on GST, sir, only for GST, sir. Sir, there is an apprehension that the implementation of GST will make the present commercial tax department redundant. Whether the employees of commercial taxes department will lose their jobs is a question mark. However, technology and resources are vital for administrating each role of the government, sir. What about the service tax to be assigned to the states and their relevance and capacity to administer remains to be answered. Sir, there will be not any tax like excise duty, import duty, octroi, etc. However, no one knows how the employees relating to excise customs will be utilized in GST regime and the trainings needed under the new context, sir. Sir, further, I like to reiterate the stand of Tamil Nadu, sir. Sir, Tamil Nadu has been at the forefront in protecting the rights of states and preserving its fiscal autonomy. It may be recalled, sir, that our late Chief Minister, Puratchi Thalaivi Amma, had envisioned the difficulties way back in 2014 and had cautioned that certain key issues would have to be resolved in order to have a smooth rollout of goods and services tax. She had consistently raised many issues which the following are noteworthy, sir. Sir, number one, sir, the impact of the proposed GST on the fiscal autonomy of states. Sir, number two, the huge loss of revenue that manufacturing and net exporting states would suffer on account of GST. Sir, three, sir, the need to guarantee states compensation for the loss incurred on account of GST through an independent mechanism, sir. Sir, fourth, sir, the problem of loss of revenue on account of lower tax rates on declared goods, sir. Five, the need to keep petroleum products and alcoholic liquor for human consumption outside the ambit of GST. Sir, the issue of dual control. The other thing is the fixing of thresholds and exemptions and about the revenue neutral rates also, sir. So we have raised these issues in the Parliament as well as in other forums. It would not be wrong to say that it was largely due to the concerns voiced by us that many of the provisions of the Constitutional Amendment Bill was suitably modified, sir. I am glad to note that the deliberations in the GST Council have been open and many of the concerns raised by us have been accommodated in a spirit of give and take. This augurs well for the development of a healthy federal system, where the state and the central are equal partners. I would like to highlight some issues that have been addressed to our satisfaction. Firstly, sir, the provision for special treatment of declared goods has been removed. So, secondly, alcoholic liquor meant for human consumption and petroleum products have been kept outside the ambit of the GST, sir. Thirdly, sir, and most importantly, an independent mechanism for compensation of loss under GST for a period of 5 years has been made through a statute, sir. The method of calculating the loss and the mechanism of compensation in a fair and transparent manner is also to be appreciated, sir. Fourthly, sir, the vexatious issue of cross-empowerment has also been resolved amicably, sir. Last but not the least, all the statutes, the CGST, SGST, IGST, and the compensation law have been finalized after thorough discussion and debate. I am sure the few remaining issues will also be resolved in a similar fashion. Sir, we have successfully migrated 5.19 lakh dealers out of a total of 6.01 lakh dealers, that is 86% till date, sir. It is notable that this progress has been achieved in a short time from January 2017. We are fully geared up, sir, as far as IT hardware is concerned. Software customization is also progressing well, sir. As soon as the CGST, IGST, and compensation laws are enacted by the Parliament, the government of Tamil Nadu will be in a position to place the SGST bill before the state legislature, sir. Sir, I would like to conclude by assuring that Tamil Nadu is fully committed to the rollout and successful implementation of the GST, sir. With these words, I conclude, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.